Hello, Austin. Can you tell us what are the current security challenges confronting Delta State and how the state government is addressing these challenges?
Good afternoon. Of course, you should note that the Constitution of Nigeria in Section 14, subsection 2B of the 1999 Constitution as altered, explicitly states that the primary purpose of government is to provide security and welfare for the citizens. And of course, part of activities or part of mechanisms being put in place by the state governments to ensure that the people of Delta State have this protection of life and security is what is currently holding on in this particular place we are seeing here, the Assembly Complex. The public hearing is ongoing and it seeks to address the security challenges confronting the grassroots level. And of course, over the past few years, Delta State has been grappling with the issue of, herdsmen clash with farmers, and of course, kidnapping, ritual killings, and so on and so forth. So this particular bill is one of the antidotes that is going to be used to, prevent and reduce these insecurity challenges confronting the state. However, like you rightly said, we have many of these stakeholders who are currently brainstorming on the way forward. The bill has passed through the first reading, of course, the second reading, and of course, now the public hearing. And the input of the various stakeholders here will govern more efforts to ensure they are able to bring to bear what is going to look like, how the state is going to look like in terms of fighting insecurity from the grassroots level. And we are hoping, and Deltas are anticipating, that this bill will be given the necessary legal backing, the necessary political will, and the necessary financial way to fly. And of course, the bill, of course, is going to be under the supervision of the local government. Don't forget to where that the local government at the moment right now have been granted financial autonomy. So it means that the money that the local government will be receiving, part of it will be going into security, to help the locals to live a happy life, to help the locals to go to their farms, to help the locals to have a well-secured environment. So it's no longer going to be an excuse as usual. So it's going to be like what the money they are spending is going to be for the security of the people. And one of the areas being raised from the public hearing here is the aspect of the implementation. Of course, it is expected that the bill will skate through the day. Haven't gotten to this extent. And don't forget that this bill is amendment. Of course, the bill has been passed in 2020. So what they are seeking to amend is just sections of the bill, and of course, add some flesh to it and make it more, flexible, so that the people from the grassroots level will have more security. And part of the framework is that they are going to have at least per ward. That's the states per ward. They are going to have at least three nominees, average youths from between the ages of 18 to 50 thereabouts, that is going to be part of the core, and they are going to be trained by the police, and of course they are going to be under the supervision of the agency, which is going to be at the state capital here. And of course, we have the Directorate General of Security, and of course, we have so many components that are going to form that particular agency to ensure that they're able to function effectively. Besides that as well, the people who are going to be recruited will be from the various local government areas, across the 25 local government areas of the state, and they're going to provide the necessary security needed for the people to function effectively. And one aspect that equally looking at is the aspect of AI, digital technology, to ensure they are able to provide them the necessary working tools for them to work effectively. If this being implemented, Deltans will have a sigh of relief when it comes to protection of lives and security. The issue of herders and farmers clashes, of course, will drastically reduce, because we now have people at the local area that will help to nip those crises in the bud. Of course, the issue of kidnapping, we have so many of them rampaging here and then. So these are lots more that will be tackled by the agency, and of course the core, of course, once they come on board.
About how it is going to be implemented, but we'd love to hear from you. You did talk about people from the grassroots level. What do the citizens or the residents of Delta State think about this particular law?
From the stakeholders who are here at the moment, they are quite happy about the bill. All they are sorting to amend in the bill is just to ensure that in terms of operational activities, in terms of the recruitment process, and of course in terms of funding as well. Like I said earlier on, the funding will strictly come from the local governments, and of course in terms of the recruitment process, the bill is seeking to have the intervention of the representative of each of the local governments here in the State House of Assembly, the traditional rulers, and of course are saying that the DPO should be the one to recommend. But at the end of this public hearing, definitely they will be able to go back to the drawing board before it will be passed. Of course, at the committee of whole in the House, it will be considered clause by clause. When it gets to that point in time, the ayes will have it. Of course, the opinion being sought from these stakeholders will equally be considered why they are carrying out these activities, so that before they will get to the public hearing, the committee members will be able to have all it takes for a robust bill that will serve the interest of residents of Delta State. The stakeholders who represent a large numbers of the residents of the state are quite happy with the bill, and they are expectant that the bill should come to bear so that they will be able to have this issue but bedeviling the residents being tackled and taken to being brought to the nearest minimum.
Right. Well, thank you so much for that update, Austin.